If you're thinking about living in Atascadero, California, this drone tour will give you a real feel for the city. We're flying over Atascadero, starting at the Charles Paddock Zoo, cruising through Atascadero Lake Park, and ending in downtown Atascadero. If you're relocating to the Central Coast or searching homes for sale in Atascadero, hit subscribe so you don't miss future tours. And make sure you watch till the end, because there's one part of this city most buyers overlook. So here's the zoo. It's pretty cool that we have a family-friendly appeal. The whole park itself is a really big park, and we're having the Central Coast. It's the only zoo, AZA-Accredited zoo, right in our city. So it's a major talking point when selling homes to people with kids. Especially, look at this park and the play structure. And then we're going to go over and take a look at the lake. Now, the lake, we should be able to see them. You can go out there and you can rent little paddle bikes. A lot of the stuff was put away because this was shot in October. But there's some little boats, so you can go out, you can fish in this lake. And then look at all the residential all around the lake. I'm going to show you some really big lots in Atascadero, but Atascadero is pretty versatile. You see, these are like not big lots for the homes that we see from the drone here. See, there's a good look. So they're just kind of normal sized lots in this part of town. But then when we go out, we're looking to, what direction are we looking? When we go out to the west, that's where the really big lots are. So we'll be there shortly. But I also wanted to show, look at all the trees. So Atascadero, it is warm. It's warmer than being right on the coast, but there's a lot of trees. So you get a lot of shade and you get a lot of elbow room. So even these like more traditional sized lots, they're still bigger than a lot of the other communities. And now we're on the west side, and look at these lots. Now these are large lots. They cannot be split. This was intentionally made this way to have these big giant lots so people can have vineyards. They can have ranches. You see this person has a horse. You can have a little farming, and you have a lot of space between you and your neighbors. So look at that. Look at that guy has a tennis court, and look at all of the trees. So Atascadero really does have a lot to offer, and you have a lot of opportunities for different places that you can live. It's a great town. So as a realtor, I had the opportunity to show a lot of these homes out here. I had some clients that were looking for, 5+ acres and a fairly large home. And we looked and looked and looked. We looked at a lot of homes. So I have a lot of experience now with Atascadero. And one thing, if you are looking to buy a house in Atascadero, please call me. Please consult me. There are some things that you really need to know about buying a home here. And one thing specifically is a lot of these homes have septic systems. And it's really important that if you're writing an offer on a house, you want to write your offer. And if there is not a well or a septic report, you want to ask the seller to pay for a septic report, because they can be quite costly. And if you buy a house with a bad septic system, it could be really costly. Getting started in the historic downtown district. This is the government building for Atascadero. This is a really nice park in the middle of town. It has a nice water fountain and a statue. Now, the downtown area, this is the Colony District. And downtown, they've done a really good job. Look at how nice the middle of the road is. It's just a very appealing, a very walkable downtown area. There's a lot of restaurants that we're going to see. And the downtown area is pretty cool because over here on the left side of the street, you see how the buildings are kind of they're newer. And across the street over there, Sylvester's and that Carlton Hotel, those are old buildings. So it's pretty cool the way that it's set up that way. But look how quaint this little town is. Very, very walkable, very friendly people. Every store we went into, everyone was really helpful and just like happy to see us. They have a rooftop bar down there in downtown. This restaurant is really nice. We didn't get to go on the rooftop though, because they weren't ready. We were there a little bit before lunchtime. Now flying down again, look at the center islands. There's a good look at what they've done there. What a beautiful town. There's a beer garden down there. We have the Sunken Gardens, the downtown brew corridor. So it has a real good community vibe. We just went into the surf shop. We're coming up on the Carlton Hotel. It was a very old hotel. I think it was, we'll see the date. It was, I think, 1913 when the Carlton was built. And then look at how all of this is real new. This is, the outside dining areas, outdoor places to, go have beer with your friends. And everything is also really clean. And then, like I said in the beginning, Atascadero is nice and warm. So you'd be outside, wear your shorts, your flip-flops, and just go out and enjoy. Like, look at this. Is just a gorgeous, beautiful day in Atascadero. Now, it's cool. We go over, we're just going to turn around here in a minute, and we're going to go down to the Carlton Hotel. Obviously, there's the Carlton. And now here we're walking up on the Carlton, and we'll see the sign that says, 1928. Okay. And then look, we had some visitors, Jack Benny. And we'll take a look inside the hotel too, just real quick. It's pretty neat. Like, it looks old in this kind of like uplifted, modern looking outside downtown area. So we're going to walk down the street. We're going to take a look at a couple more stores, and then we'll end up over Sylvester's and go back to the park. And then we're going to But you can see, we shot some video from the ground like this just to show how walkable and how nice this town is. Nice sidewalks, ramps for anyone that has wheels or any situation where they need to use those ramps in a wheelchair or walker or stroller. Outdoor seating everywhere, super, super social. It was still a little bit early, so there weren't a lot of diners out here. But we also didn't want to go shoot the video when there were a bunch of diners there, so we have to cut everyone out and get permission to put them in the video. And then there's old Sylvester's. They have great burgers. So now we're flying back to the park. That's a quick look at Atascadero from the air. If you're thinking about moving here or want help deciding if this area fits your lifestyle, check out the other videos on the channel and drop a comment below with any questions about real estate. I'm happy to help.